are we getting to a point in the NIL era, in the college football world, where they're looking at the top 25? The coaches poll came out the other day, and people are saying, all right, how many teams can win it? And people aren't getting past 5 right now as far as teams that can actually win the championship. Now, can Caleb Williams elevate his team to a level that is just unrecognizable and maybe pull off 2 upsets en route to a championship? Sure. But the Vince Young taking over the game against USC back in 2005 doesn't feel like it's as capable nowadays. Do you still think that Cinderella, or a run like a Cinderella, is possible in college football?
Yeah, I do, because I think the SEC's always had more elite athletes, but the game used to be tighter and smaller, and that Nick Saban could suffocate you. I watched Ohio State play Georgia, and just because of those receivers for Ohio State and C.J. Stroud, they moved that ball. I thought they were a better team that day.
Right.
Caleb Williams, Quinn Ewers, C.J. Stroud. The game is if you go back, Greg, and go back to Nebraska when they were winning titles, they had 1 receiver wide.
Right.
I mean, everybody was jammed up on the size of my screen. The game is so fast and so wide, and so many young players now want to be quarterbacks or wide receivers, that nobody, including Nick Saban or Georgia, is going to cover Marvin Harrison. You can't do it. And so I think the USCs and the Texases and the Notre Dames may need to have a Caleb Williams or a Vince Young. Okay, they have to make up something, right? Stetson Bennett's good. Caleb Williams is different. Trevor Lawrence beats Bama. Those schools to beat the SEC king have to be better at quarterback and probably transcendent. A Trevor Lawrence, that's a different, Caleb's a different kind of number 1 pick. I mean, Baker was a number 1 pick, Caleb. That's not close.
Right.
And I do think the field is so spread now, and the offensive coaching is so good, that if you have that superstar quarterback and you're 85% of Georgia's roster, Bama's roster, you can win. I watched Tennessee last year drop a 50 burger on Alabama. They couldn't stop them with Hendon Hooker.
Right.